Hello, Aries. This is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all today? And this is for the week of July 13th through July 19th. And I'm excited about this week because right now the planet Chiron is what's an asteroid, kind of a half planet, half asteroid, is moving into Mercury, well, into retrograde, um, transecting with Aries. And so this is a really awesome time. Things are going to be really good. And this is going to last from July 11th through December 15th. So it's a time to do a lot of inner healing work and to look at those emotions we've been pushing down. It's time for communication, a lot of good things. And the reason it's so good for healing is Chiron in Greek mythology was a centaur. He was the son of the Titan Cronus and a sea nymph whose name I can't pronounce. Um, he Most centaurs were violent and savage, but he was famous for his wisdom and his knowledge of medicine. And so he's the god of medicine, which is really interesting. So if you're not feeling well, this is actually a god you might want to talk to, work with. And so for Aries, one of the things that y'all need to be doing during this time period is learning to love yourself. But you need to look for meaning in all your relationships and focus on yourself right now. Remember that Whitney Houston song, The Greatest Love of All? And you, 100% of the time, should be the greatest love of all for you. Now, first, we're going to pull from the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. Apparently, I'm having a Lucy Cavendish time because I pulled from her last week too, and these are gorgeous cards. I just like pretty. I just really do. What do Aries need to know? What do Aries need to know? What do Aries need to know? And I don't know if y'all have ever noticed, but the one thing I always say is, what do y'all need to know? Not what do you want to know, what do you want to hear, but what do you need? Because if something might be something you need to hear rather than what you want to know. And this card is Cry for Nature. And it says mourning for something sacred which is lost. So I feel like that y'all are sad about nature or about something that is sacred in your life that seems to be missing. So I'm going to pull another card for y'all. And this is Once Was Innocent. And that's a gorgeous card, by the way. And it says knowledge means change. And that's true. That's kind of like the story in Genesis of the Garden of Eden, because it was the ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So it wasn't that what they did was necessarily wrong, but it gave them knowledge, and that's why they knew they weren't cloaked. So to me, this is saying that y'all are sad about what you lost because of knowledge. But you need to embrace that knowledge because knowledge can also give you so much. But you need to realize that everything has a cost. Everything in life has a cost. More than we ever realize. If we break up with someone, that's a cost. I learned that in the early 90s when I filed a lawsuit against someone who had hurt me. And I won. Don't get me wrong, I won the lawsuit. But there was a cost, an emotional cost. So everything has a cost. And just know that. What do Aries need to hear? What do Aries need to hear? What do Aries need to hear? The first card we get is Strength. And this is a card about self-discipline and strength. You have everything you need inside of you, and you have the as long as you apply that self-discipline. Um, and you have everything you need inside of you to get where you want to be. And the next card is the Ace of Cups. Now it's upside down. Once again, you know that means it's watered down. And the Ace of Cups is sometimes about a new relationship, but it's also about maybe starting a new project or something. And but because it was upside down, that project is going to get off to a slow start. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just going to get off to a slow start. And then finally, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Now, this card is all about bondage. You see, she's tied up, surrounded by the swords, but once again, it was upside down, so it's watered down. And so, not everything is in your control. So, this slow start is beyond your control, and it's okay. But you're feeling bound up and you're feeling really frustrated about that. So, as this new project gets started, know that you have what it takes inside of you to make it, but it's going to go slower than you like. And that's okay. Now we're going to look at a different crystal ball since I have a few. What do my Aries need to hear? I see a party hat. So I think this means that you need to take time out and have some fun, but you're also going to have time to celebrate. It is going to be a celebration, but it's going to be just a little longer than you thought. And I see angel wings. So your angel is standing back and allowing you to make these decisions. But they want to help you. If you ask those angels, they'll be there. And then I see a person running. So you're running the race that you're supposed to run. And you're headed for where you need to be. But once again, it's going to be a little bit slower. See, these all work together. So anyway, this is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text, 405-512-9400, or send me a private message on my Facebook page, Belladonna Moonbeams. And until then, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.